Hey, so today we got a rice cooker. This rice cooker is not heating, it's not turning on. It's kind of old, very old rice cooker, but we're gonna try to fix it today. So how these machines work is that basically you just put your rice, put your water, put the lid on, and then you just turn it on by the switch. Right now it's not working properly, but we're gonna fix that. So we need to first understand how the rice cooker works. So let's remove this. And here we got the heating element. So is this disc, this gray disc. Then we got a spring system, which actually performs two functions. One is to detect when something, when you got your pot on. So if your pot is not on, it will not turn on. So that's for safety feature, but as well, it functions as when you complete cooking your rice, this thing is what tells the system to basically turn off and go from cooking mode to warm mode. Because normally when you connect your rice cooker to your outlet in your wall, it will say warm, so it keeps the rice warm, or it's not cooking, it's not in cooking mode. I will come back to this a little bit later, but first we need to understand what makes everything work. So this is the interior. It's really rusty because this rice cooker is really old, around 20 years or so. So less than that, 15 years maybe. So we got our input power, and I will try to explain as best as I can. So you got your input power, and what we need to heat something is a coil, right? It's a coil. We need to a current needs to go through a coil. In this case, the coil is in this. All this is a coil. So here you can see both ends of the coil. Here's one. Here's another one. So if you connect a line voltage and a neutral there, here and there, you're gonna get heat because current will go through that coil and it will heat it up. But we need a way to automate the cooking of the rice. So how is this performed in a rice cooker? It's very clever actually. When you connect the power to the wall, the voltage goes through here. I mean, everything is charged at the same potential, but the current goes through here, and then it cannot go through the main coil directly because you can see here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little spring, a little thingy that has to make contact. When that makes contact, this main coil is shorted, right? But otherwise, it has to go through this resistor. This is a resistor. So when the rice cooker is not activated, it has to go first through this resistor, so the current is limited, and you are using warming mode, so the current is not as high, and your coil is not cooking. But when you activate, the rice cooker, this will short this little switch, and that will bypass the resistor, and then this will heat up till the temperature that it is allowed. Okay, now how is the rice cooker able to turn off itself automatically? Well, they do it by first we need to detect when the temperature of the pot goes above 100 degrees. So when the pot goes above 100 degrees, water boils at 100 degrees. And if you run out of water, so all the water evaporates, what happens is that all the energy that is heating up that pot, it starts to collect. It's not evaporating, it's not escaping. So it starts to collect. And then this is when we are gonna explain what this little thing is. It has a magnet. And one interesting thing about magnets, well, it's not exactly a magnet, it's not a permanent magnet, but it's a material for a magnetic material that when you heat it up, it loses its magnetic properties. So the magnet no longer functions, and this, basically what this does is that it just pops out. So the magnet keeps this in place when this is not heating. So it just pops out, and the system returns to war mode. So that means that it has to go through this resistor again. It's not shorted anymore. So that's basically how it works. I don't know, I did my best to explain it, but what is really amazing is that this little device uses a lot of really interesting concepts in electromagnetism. It uses these, and well, it's really cool because it's just automatic. You don't need to use any controllers, or you don't need to use anything, timers, nothing. It's just automatic. It bases its functioning on the properties of magnetism. So it's pretty cool. So what we are gonna do basically is to just, this is not that hard, because the reason why this is not working is because the wire got cut off. So I just need to reattach this to the neutral terminal, and that's it.